If he had cried out, if he had struggled, it would have been better. But to know that he was alive there with every nerve and perception at its utmost strength, oh my God, oh my God! My limbs began to ache, and yet I dared not stir a muscle. They ached horribly, or so I thought, and beneath this torture, mental and physical, my mind gave. I remembered things. Remembered how, as a child, I had climbed a tree and reached a place where I could move neither up nor down, and what I suffered then. Remembered how once in Egypt a foolhardy friend of mine had ascended the second pyramid alone, and became thus crucified upon its shining cap, where he remained for a whole half-hour, with 400 feet of space beneath him. I could see him now stretching his stockinged foot downwards in a vain attempt to reach the next crack, and drawing it back again, could see his tortured face, a white blot upon the red granite. Then that face vanished, and blackness gathered round me, and in the blackness visions of the living, resistless avalanche of the snow grave into which I had sunk. Oh, years and years ago, of Ayesha demanding Leo's life at my hands, blackness and silence, through which I could only hear the cracking of my muscles. Suddenly, in the blackness a flash, and in the silence a sound. The flash was the flash of a knife which Leo had drawn. He was hacking at the cord with it fiercely, fiercely to make an end, and the sound was that of the noise he made, a ghastly noise, half shout of defiance and half yell of terror, as at the third stroke it parted. I saw it part. The tough hide was half cut through, and its severed portion curled upwards and downwards like the upper and lower lips of an angry dog, whilst that which was unsevered stretched out slowly, slowly, till it grew quite thin. Then it snapped, so that the robe flew upwards and struck me across the face like the lash of a whip. Another instant, and I heard a crackling, thudding sound. Leo had struck the ground below. Leo was dead. A mangled mass of flesh and bone as I had pictured him. I could not bear it. My nerve and human dignity came back. I would not wait until my strength exhausted. I slipped from my perch as a wounded bird falls from a tree. No, I would follow him at once, of my own act. I let my arms fall against my side, and rejoiced in the relief from pain that the movement gave me. Then, balanced upon my heels, I stood upright, took my last look at the sky, muttered my last prayer. For an instant I remained thus poised, shouting, "I come!" I raised my hand above my head and dived, as a battered dived into the black gulf beneath. End of chapter 5. Recording by Chanel Jackson.